Hey there, John Ferriman here from P3 Performance Training, helping you restore your passion, your purpose, and your power so that you can get after it and start building the life that you've always dreamed. I want to talk to you today about a little reading that I was doing recently from Rumi. And when I read these 4 sentences, it hit me like a train. And the impact that it had on me was instantly something that I knew I had to share with everyone. Forget safety. And when I read that, I stopped for a moment and I thought, this is what everybody seems to be after, particularly right now. This year, 2020, what is going to infamously go down in history as the coronavirus year, everybody's wanting to be safe. And I don't mean safe from the virus. I mean seeking comfort. I mean seeking safety. And what I want to talk about is this idea that comfort is the enemy. I've been a business owner for almost 20 years, and I've never been comfortable. Why? Because I'm always constantly learning. I'm trying things out, I'm failing, I'm learning from my failure, I'm retooling and reorganizing and reshaping and then moving on. Constantly, over and over and over again. And so when I read forget safety, well, of course forget safety, because if you're constantly seeking comfort and you're hunkering down trying to be safe, you're never going to grow in any area of your life, with your relationships, your fitness, your mental focus, your finances. You're just not going to make progress if you're constantly seeking comfort and safety. So forget safety. Number 1, live where you fear to live. I think that a lot of us fear failure. That's sort of normal. That's human nature. But what I want to talk about is the other side of that coin, which is fearing your wildest success that you can imagine for yourself. Think about that for a moment. Most people don't recognize why they're okay being where they are because they're seeking comfort. And I think a lot of us think that, man, if I become this unbelievable businessman or businesswoman or this amazing father or mother or this super wealthy investor, man, what are the people that I'm friends with now going to think of me? Oh my gosh, what's their opinion going to change to? And the message there is, who cares? You're responsible for you. And no one is the author of your life except you. Period. End of discussion. You are the author of your life. So live where you fear to live, because that's where the juice is. I call it juice. Think of it as passion, our second P, okay? It is absolutely where the magic lies. Passion, purpose, power, okay? When you're living where you fear to live, you know that you're in the right place, because to live dangerously is to live right. Destroy your reputation. Now, most of us think, well, is this guy nuts? No. I don't mean be foolish. I don't mean be careless. I do not mean be irresponsible. I mean continue to reinvent yourself. Continue to step more and more into the person that you know you want to become. The wife, the mother, the husband, the father, the business owner, the mentor, the teacher, the coach, whatever it is, whatever profession you're in, whatever kind of person that you want to become, destroy your reputation. As an example, I'll use me as an example because it's easy and I know me very well. I started off as a student years and years ago, became a doctor of physical therapy, mastered my craft, worked really hard to become a master and focused on my tactile vocabulary, my clinical mastery, my ability to communicate with people. Then I became a business owner, and man, that's a lot harder than the other skill set. And I had to sort of, grow a little bit away from the clinical magic that I'd learned to master and become a master in an entirely different domain. And now I'm transitioning again as we grow and scale our business, and we've got nearly 20 physical therapists on board our team in multiple locations and all sorts of different things happening, particularly in the community around us. I'm having to destroy my reputation as a really great physical therapist and transition into a really great mentor, coach, business owner, visionary, leader, somebody who's committed to making mistakes, because that's how we learn, that's how we retool, that's how we reorganize, that's how we realign and re-aim and continue to move forward. So destroy your reputation. And then the last one, kind of fun, be notorious. What does that mean? It just means be known. Be known for what? For doing what is required to have what you want, okay? I say to my kids all the time, do your best, sweetheart, do your best, honey. And when one of my team members comes to me and said, oh, John, well, I did my best, I always smile and I say, well, good, but you're not a child. Did you do what was required? Did you do the required work? Did you set a deadline? Did you make a commitment? Did you do what was required? That's being notorious, okay? I'll give you an example, again, from my life. I was walking fast, as I typically do, through one of the clinics just this week, and one of my team members came up to me and said, hey, John, you have a second? And I said, no, I don't. But I'll tell you what, I'll be back tomorrow. We can follow up. We can schedule a time if it's really important, you need a meeting. Otherwise, we can have some time tomorrow to chat, okay? And I left. Well, between that quick exchange with my team member and the time that I actually sat down with them, I heard from some other team members that original person that asked me if I had a second to chat said some, not so nice things about me. And when I confronted that person, oh, I'm so sorry. And I said, listen, you're totally entitled to your opinion and I got thick skin, don't worry about it. But you know why I behave that way? It's not to offend you. It's not to say that you're unimportant. It's not to even say that I don't really want to hear what you have to say, because I do. But the reason I'm able to behave that way is because I'm committed. I'm committed to what it is that I'm trying to create. And because I'm committed, it's very easy for me to say no. It's very easy for me to set boundaries. And in that particular instance, when I was leaving work, I had committed to my 3 daughters that I would be home to help them wrap some Christmas presents. I made that commitment to my children. And it wouldn't be any different if I'd made that commitment to another coworker, to a friend, to one of my brothers, to anybody. But you don't make competing commitments. Why? Because you can't keep them both, okay? You just can't. I'm not magical. I don't have any special powers that anyone else listening to this video doesn't already have. But what I do have is the ability to commit myself to something that I want, and everybody knows how committed I am. And, that's why they, can probably understand, most of them who know me well. For those that don't, I explain to them. I wasn't trying to be, dismissive. I just had another commitment. And I usually don't stop and explain that to people, but in this case, because it was one of my team members, I took the time to explain, and she respectfully understood, and we understand each other, and we're gonna move forward together, which is great. But I was reading Rumi, and I thought that this was very worth sharing. If you like this message, if it resonates with you, if you think that you know anyone who could receive some value of what I just went through and what I reviewed, please share this video, like it, send me some comments. Follow me at johnfarriman.com. I'd love to hear from you. Thanks.